Hey, what's up guys, and welcome in this new tutorial where I'm gonna show you how to make tech house like Freenzy. Here's a quick preview. So before starting with this tutorial, I would like to remind you that all of the samples are from our pack Roomba Volume 4, which is a collection of Latin tech house one-shots, loops, construction kits and much more that you can find in the link in the description below. So the first channel is actually the build-up from the original track. Then we have the vocal, also from the original. So here we did a bit of processing, cutting the very top with this EQ. Then we have the Pro Q3, doing some surgical EQ here. The smooth operator to reduce some resonant frequencies. The imager 2 to make the vocal a bit more narrow. And at the end a bit of sidechain here with the compressor. Then we have this lows group which includes the kick and the bass line. So we're gonna go through the single channel first. This is the kick drum. Here an EQ boosting a bit of the fundamental here and at the top as well, just to give the kick a bit more attack. And then we have a transient master boosting the attack and reducing a bit of the sustain. Moving on, we have the bass line, so these are the notes. This is actually a bass one shot from Roomba Volume 4. Here also we have some EQs. First one is cutting the very lows and the very tops. Then we have this other EQ which is reducing the exact same frequency that we're boosting here, which is the fundamental of the kick drum, while it's boosting a bit of the mid-lows. Some saturation, here focusing once again on the mid-low band. We're doing some clean tube saturation with an increase in the volume as well here. And at the end we have just a compressor, compressing a couple of dBs and the LFO tool for the sidechain. In the lows group we have a couple of EQs here once again. So we have the Pultec EQ P1A, which is reproduction of the Pultec EQ, and we're doing the famous boost and attenuation trick. So we're basically boosting and attenuating this group by the same amount. You can hear it adds much more presence. And then we have the Pro Q3 reducing a bit here on the 65 Hz and boosting on the 100. Like this. Moving on, we have the drums. First one is a clap. Really basic, no processing on it. Then we have an open hi-hat. An hat loop. Here we are cutting the very top with this EQ, then we are doing some transient shaping, reducing the attack and boosting the sustain here on the stop band. And then we are doing quite a bit of compression here, as you can see. So around 9 to 10 dB with fast attack and automatic release. This is done because if you can hear the original track, you will notice that the drums are pretty much consistent and they are kind of a rolling type of drums, so you don't have the hi-hats that stands out inside of the mix. So what we're doing here is basically reducing the peaks of the open hi-hats and keeping them consistent with the rest of the drums. Then we have some percussions. Here reducing a bit of the stereo image. And once again, transient shaper. Here we're working on the top end as well, reducing a bit of the attack. Then a percussion loop. So here, as you can see, we are reducing the transient a bit from the warp section. Here once again some sidechain, just to avoid that the first percussion interfere with the kick. And then the imager as well to reduce the stereo width. Final one is a top drum loop. As you can see, we have pitched this one down by 6 semitones and we have once again reduced the transient. We're doing this to cover more of the mid-top range, so adding a bit more body to the mix. And here we have an EQ just to remove some extra mid frequencies and boosting some of the very tops. Final thing is the effects. Yeah, and basically that's all. Now you can hear the full result. Yeah, and basically that's all for this tutorial. Don't forget to check out Roomba Volume 4 from the link in the description below. Let us know what tutorials would you like to see next, and I'll see you soon. Bye!